Have you ever been assembling your new bedroom furniture and stripped a screw, making it impossible to properly assemble your brand new desk? Do you have elderly family members who struggle to keep the screwdriver head flat on the screw when assembling products? Have you ever fully inserted a screw into an assembly, only to realize that you've stripped the screw, making it impossible to remove? Wouldn't it be nice to have a screwdriver that helped keep the head of the screwdriver on the head of the screw during the whole twisting process, reducing the chance of stripping or damaging the head of the screw? The no-strip screwdriver has an answer.
There is a very wide range of users for our product. It ranges from young to old, female to male, lefty to righty, and expert to novice. The environment of use could vary from household to workplace. The main target audience will be middle-aged, novice screwdriver users who need extra help to avoid stripping their screws for general household fix-ups. The average user of this product needs a resilient product and must be able to see the work that you are doing.
The screwdriver is designed out of 3 separate parts that assemble together. The parts are the handle, the screwdriver neck and head, and the casing. The handle is sized for the average hand, specifically being 3 inches tall and 1 inch in diameter. Circular dimples of around 0.1 inches in diameter are patterned around the entire handle. There is also a cylindrical cavity for the wider end of the screwdriver neck to be inserted. The cavity is half an inch tall and 0.8 inches in diameter.
In our prototype, we chose a general size for the neck, consisting of a cylinder 0.2 inches wide and 4 inches tall. The neck could be other sizes for different size screws. However, all screwdriver necks would have a wider cylindrical base at the bottom end of 0.4 inches wide and 0.5 inches tall to be inserted in the handle. The head of the screwdriver, shaped by cutting into the cylindrical neck, is 0.2 inches tall. Along these 0.2 inches, the diameter and the thickness decrease to a fine flathead shape. The flathead is about 0.1 inch wide and 0.2 inch thick. It is extremely fine to fit the small slits of a typical size flathead screw.
The casing is a hollow cone shape that wraps around the screw when the head of the screwdriver is in the slits of the screw. The casing has an outer diameter of 0.4 inches and an inner diameter of 0.3 inches, creating a thickness of 0.1 inches. This casing would be for screws of 0.3 inches wide. The width of the casing gradually decreases until it reaches the width of the shaft at 0.2 inches. This is where the casing holds into place with the screwdriver neck, and the top of the casing is perfectly aligned on the same plane of the screwdriver head.
Our task analysis begins with our user gripping the handle and holding it in his hand. Screwdriver handles can be hard, rigid, and uncomfortable to squeeze for long periods of time. Then the user places the screw head in the slits of the screw, which is a tedious process, especially with smaller screws. The user begins the screwing operation by turning their wrist. During this process, the head of the screwdriver often slides off the top of the screw, not only halting the operation, but also damaging the integrity of the screwdriver head and screw slit edges. We call this stripping. This makes it even harder to properly screw a screw if the dimensions lose the sharp edges that create the resistance needed for turning. After many turns of the wrist and stopping and starting from stripping the screwdriver, the user can stop once the screw is in place. If the user has to operate with screws of different sizes, they must find a different screwdriver that fits and repeat the process over again with the new screwdriver.
We made a deeper, wider curve than typical screwdrivers to minimize the amount of pressure that must be applied from the fingers to hold the screwdriver. We patterned dimples throughout the entire handle to create a grip as stiff and steady as possible. The handle is made out of thermoplastic rubber, otherwise known as TPR, to maximize the surface tension between the user's hand and the handle. The handle has an empty cavity for the neck of the screwdriver to enter so that different size screwdriver heads could be interchangeably attached to the handle.
The butt end of the handle is rounded to eliminate any sharp edges being pressed against the hand during use. The external shape of the handle starts wide in order to fit snugly on the palm and has a narrowing curve for the index finger and thumb to wrap around. The neck and head of the screwdriver is made out of stainless steel with a high yield strength in order to be able to press against the material of the screw without deformation.
In order to make our screwdriver strip resistant, we added a cone-shaped bolt casing that attaches to the head of the screwdriver. The casing is meant to snugly hold the screw perpendicular to the screwdriver head and eliminate the potential for the screwdriver to slide off the slits of the screw. The head of the screwdriver should always be aligned with the slits of the screw, for the casing eliminates lateral movement. The casing would also come in different widths to be interchangeable and accommodate for screws of different widths. We discovered that our casing initially hindered the user's vision of their screwing progress. In order to see that the slits of the screw and the head of the screwdriver are in place during the process, the casing is made out of a clear plastic. In order to ensure the casing is strong enough to hold metal screws in place without deformation, the plastic is made of a very strong polycarbonate.
The flat head and the rod of the screwdriver will be made of steel. First, the steel rod is machine drawn to the correct diameter, then it is heat treated, straightened, and then cold formed. The cold forming cuts the wire to the correct length and forms a flathead tip, and then creates wings that fit into the handle during the assembly. For the handle, we will be using injection molding. The material that we will use for the handle will be thermoplastic rubber. The handle will have bars drilled in it such that the rods can be inserted into it. The casing will be constructed out of polycarbonate and will be injection molded into the desired shape. To assemble the rod into the handle, it is placed into a machine that hydraulically forces the bar into the plastic handle. The casing is then permanently attached to the rod using adhesives. The handle is then branded with a hot stamp and is assembled by a skilled worker. Strip-free screwdriver, my life immediately changed. I saved money, my hand pain is completely gone, and my kids love the new tree house that I built in the backyard. My wife even loves the strip-free screwdriver. I would highly recommend the strip-free.
The no-strip screwdriver really changed the game. Now I can screw in screws without any stripping occurring. Also, screwing used to really hurt my hands. The handle's so comfortable though, my hand and wrist do not hurt at all. I can use my hand for so many other activities. I'd like to thank the probably handsome and really intelligent makers of this product. Oh my gosh!
What, dude?
It's so straight!
Yeah, it's the no-strip screwdriver, available on sale for $9.99.
That might be the best assembly I've ever seen.
Check it out, in stores everywhere.